So this video is based on evolutionary psychology, neuroscience, sexual psychology, and in general, just based on research. These are the top three male fantasies that usually show up show up despite the culture, despite the age of the guy. Right? Guys are freaks in every age. Right? Careful with that little kid that looks at you. Like, like, like little kids can be fucking crazy, right? So let's talk about that, man. Because I remember when I was a kid, man. I'm like, I don't give a fuck, granny. So these fantasies are based on research, so you guys can look it up. Now, this is not an excuse to become a man's fantasy. That's not what you want to do. Any man that you feel like you have to become his fantasy is a man that will get tired of you pretty quickly, right? Nothing remains fantasy long enough if you interact with it and if he gets to know you, right? If you become a fantasy, in order to stay with him, you have to have on and off type of relationship. Distance and space, because only through distance can a guy fantasize about you. So this is not a realistic way to keep a relationship going. All right. Now, if you guys want to work with me one on one and book a session with Father Alex, just click on the description down below where it says book a session with me, and then you'll be able to book a call with me today. Okay. You can see the scheduling by you can see when I'm available. Okay. And don't forget, you can get my there's a free gift for you guys on the description down below. It's an email. It's a free audiobook and ebook about how to make him chase. And you also sign up for my free newsletter that I send twice a week. Okay, so just sign up for that before I close the channel or before AI takes over. First one is the fantasy of total sexual availability. This is why guys get addicted to porn. And this is why guys get addicted to prostitutes, why they get addicted to OnlyFans models. A woman who will always want him, never reject him, and never not be in the mood. The brain it creates huge reward, usually in the nucleus accumbens, and reacts strongly to sexual interest and above all, novelty. These types of guys that are into fantasy can never really get to know a woman personally because the fantasy fades away when that happens. So they got to keep you at a distance, these fantastical guys. So they're usually into novelty, newness. They usually cheat a lot. And evolutionarily, the reason why that is because quickly spotting receptive partners means more chances to reproduce. But this is at an overdrive because back in the prehistoric days, those guys didn't have as many options. Novelty was rare back then, right? And emotionally, the reason why that is because it removes the core fear, being unwanted and rejected, not being respected, right? And a lot of times, it's not about the sex; it's really about the being desired, the being wanted. It's not really about ejaculating, because even an old guy who has almost zero sex drive will confuse a sex drive with wanting respect because it's so intertwined. And so that guy, most guys fantasize about that, and they usually go towards a new girl because it's new, and she's at the highest desire. But they don't know that a woman will really desire you more as she gets to know you more. They never really get to that place because they don't have the patience, right? Or they're so into novelty that they don't understand that a girl can fall in love with you so much that over time the sex increases, right? So that's one thing. Fantasy of total sexual availability. Next one is fantasy of dominance and unquestioned respect. Being the man other man, being the man others defer to. A woman who follow his lead and respects his decisions, but to a nth degree. Complete submission, actually. Understand, fantasies don't live in the middle ground. Shut up, kids. Fantasies live in extremes. So it's not that he wants some respect. The guy fantasizes as a woman being completely submissive. In fact, some of these fantasies sometimes come down to also being violent fantasies, where they tie you down and use you as a sex slave. Right? A lot of guys get turned on by that, and it's kind of crazy, but it's true. It's a lot of you'd be surprised how many guys get erections when they hear of sexual crimes. I believe I was reading about that when guys read stories of those things, they get turned on even if they don't want to. And man, it's crazy. I was talking to a psychologist the other day, um, and she told me how, not seeing one, but to just chatting, and she told me how sometimes her patients, they told me stories of like, because I'm in Mexico, and getting art here it sounds like a very common thing. It's kind of fucking insane, gang art, if you know what I'm talking about. And they'll tell me how the woman feels guilty because they'll like have an orgasm multiple times during the event. That's crazy. It's wild. I mean, I heard about that before, but hearing it from somebody who talks to people about that is kind of fucking wild. And they'll cry about that. That's crazy, right? So you could sort of also see how a guy hearing stories of women being abused, how that could turn them on unintentionally. Because we all have a collective dark side. That's a problem. It's a defense mechanism, actually. I really do think that. I think if the woman didn't orgasm, I think it would hurt. Like it creates more. I don't look. You guys tell me, right? It will create more physical fissures. So maybe that's a defense mechanism. I don't know, right? That's crazy. Being the man. Okay, studies show men's testosterone rises after status wins. Also, higher status links to better mating chances. Rich guys will tell you that when they get paid, their dicks get hard. That is a fucking fact. They'll tell you that. Like they'll get paid and they'll get hard because your testosterone goes up. Guys who win competitions, they'll get hard in that moment. God forbid you're a wrestler. Men feel more arousal and satisfaction when in control, competent, and respected. So that's why a lot of these guys pay for escorts because they want that. This counters feelings of invincibility, disrespect, and powerlessness. So if a guy's a loser and a loner, like an incel, by the way, these are my t-shirts that I sell. Like an incel, yeah, they're gonna have fantasies of dominance. The more insecure, the more dominant to the point that it's criminal, those fantasies will be. Now, what does that mean? Well, think about that. It's a fantasy created by your amygdala, and you see it all the time, and you want to do it. You see where we're going at. And so a lot of the times, this is what drives men towards power. These illegal, borderline sadistic fantasies. The next one is multiple partners, variety. Yeah. Threesomes, harems, cults, sex cults. 70% of cult leaders are men. Cheating scenarios. I mean, you see it with gay guys, dude. I mean, it's wild. Consistently finding new partners, mix of novelty. So many want me, living the life of a rock star. This can lead to a dark path, actually. Next one is voyeurism, watching others have sex, or being watched, or being caught in the act. Or guys will have the fantasy where you're with a girl and the maid walks in and she's like, "Oh my God, let me join you." In here in Mexico, there's a lot of maids. Oh my God, it's crazy, bro. The shit I heard is insane, dude. Here in Mexico, oh my God, the maid fantasy is wild. But there's a lot of maids here. The maid fantasy is insane, yo. Oh my God, it's wild. The maid fantasy. Ay, señor, tu verga es muy grande. Yo quiero ser parte. Mix up novelty. Oh my God, man. No, the voyeurism is insane, man. You see this a lot with gay guys too. Gay guys are the ones that have this shit too. The fuck, they got this shit mastered. Combines arousal, risk, and validation. Right, the voyeurism one. I'm so hot that people want to see me, and they're watching and they desire me. or they want to watch other people do that, right? Or they want people to envy what they have. They want people to see and watch with envy as a way to feel superior to them because of their low self-esteem. Another one is this could get even more darker and more fantastical is rescue. No, the taboo, off-limit partners, friend's girl, teacher, age gap, minors. This is where the what you call it, the schoolgirl thing comes in, right? This is where your mommy has left, right? All these things come into those places. The off limits. The power comes from breaking the rules, secrecy, and the thrill of doing what's not allowed. So many, so many escorts. You could even ask them that they'll tell the guy they're of lower age, and then they'll tell you that the guys go crazy, but they're not of lower age. It's all in the mind. It's an addiction. Fantastical. It's not reality. If a guy, they'll even get fake IDs just so that they could charge more, and the guy can become more addicted to it. And when they find out the real age, they'll get turned off. In fact, they'll get pissed off because it's all in the head, dude. It's all in the head, right? It's all in the head. It's not that there's a physical difference, right? Like there's no like, if you didn't know, it wouldn't mean much, but because it's illegal, it's taboo. When people are looking for fantasy fulfillment, it can get really dark and it always escalates. It never stays where it is. It could be your fuck, I mean, incest, right? Like, fuck, I want to fuck the two friends, then two cousins, then two sisters, then two twins. Like, goddamn, then a mom and a daughter. Fuck, a mom and a granny. Like, like, okay, what's next now? Fucking, what's next, dude? Like, seriously, what's next? What's next? Jesus and God? Like, what the? Now Jesus is not safe. It's crazy. Next one is rescue caretaker fantasy, damaging the good girl, the shy good girl, awakening her sexuality. Again, a lot of escorts will lie to guys that they're virgins. Feeds a desire to feel powerful, needed, uniquely chosen by her only one. By the way, the guys do believe that shit. Listen, guys don't understand women. They'll believe a woman that says I'm a virgin. If she's hot enough, they'll believe her. It's crazy. It's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy. So, man, because I get guy clients and they'll tell me shit. I'm not gonna say what they tell me, but I'm like, all right, buddy. Escape and reinvention, right? We're ready to talk about that. Being the different man, richer, more dangerous, famous, double life, anonymous hookups. It's about escaping their own reality, and that's pretty much it, man. It's crazy shit, man. How many more was that? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, seven. Well, it's crazy stuff, man. I mean, look, man. When it comes to sexual fantasy stuff, just this is not the place to judge people, right? Because if we are to judge people's fantasies, I want to know your fantasies. And man, then I'm gonna judge your ass for it. I mean, how many women have that art fantasy? How many? I have women say, "Yo, like, can you art? Can you fake art?" I'm like, "Bitch, no, you're white. Like, the fuck? Hell no. What the fuck you mean, man? Like, goddamn, Trump is gonna send the whole United Nations against me. Oh, can I put this cool girl dress? No, the fuck? I do not want to associate that dress with fucking plumbing. What the fuck's gonna happen now? I walk down the street and you see what I'm like, but you can't judge people for that. You gotta let people be. Kink shaming, it could get really slippery. No pun intended. Because once you kink shame someone, I want to see your search history. Because humans are dark. Humans are dark people. You'll have women that have like the brother taboo, which is fucking crazy. But I'm not here to tell you what's right or wrong. I'm just here to listen. Right? Well, one time, one of mine was like, "Your dad owes me money." I gave that up, girl. Your dad owes me money. Oh my god! I remember one time I had that. I had that fantasy, man. The dad owing me money. Now you gotta give that poom poom up, right? Like that. I mean, look, man. That's how I mean. Look, it's how your dad owes me money. I don't fucking know, man. Maybe I lent him money. I don't know. Like maybe I lent him money. Now he owes me money. Now you gotta give that up because he can't pay. Oh my God. No, it's not to pay your college tuition, okay? He just owes me money. Oh my God, that's crazy shit, man. That's crazy shit. I was like, yo, that's well, that's wild. Some guys have the Latina thing, man. You know, like Latino. Like I didn't know Latinas were a fetish because I'm Latino. I think I like my Latinos, but it's not like I'm like, oh my God, Latinas. White guys, bro, their fantasy is Latina. Like that whole Latina look. I did not know that was like a fetish. I didn't understand that Latina thing was a real like a desire Latina. I didn't know that shit. Oh, I want to fuck Latina so badly. I'm like, that's just a girl. No, but she's Latina. Okay, all right. Like, all right. See, right? Oh man, that's wild, man. Whatever is forbidden becomes attractive. That's just how human nature is, man. Anyways, man, this was a fun video, man. I gotta say that was fun to read, man. Anyways, man, let me know what you guys think. You guys want to work with me one on one? Go to myfoottraction.org. All right, if you guys enjoyed that video, you guys are gonna like my new course. It's called the Commitment Blueprint. It's a course that I created for women who are struggling with finding themselves in situationships, finding themselves with men who like them but don't want to commit, finding themselves with giving too much and not getting much in return. And the beauty about getting commitment is that it has nothing to do with, about your looks and more to do about your strategy. Like I've seen women apply these strategies and get married and have kids and have long lasting relationships. Why? Because the strategies that I'm going to teach on this course is based on pure psychology. I've been working on this for the past 2 years. For the past 2 years. And I've every time I make a promise on my courses, if you guys have gotten my courses, you guys know I over deliver, right? And the reason why I made this course is because a lot of ladies watch my videos, and unfortunately, you guys give too much. You guys love too hard, and that attracts the wrong energy. So it's really about learning how to manage this energy. You're gonna attract different types of guys by learning how to control that energy, right? And if you don't believe me, well, guess what? You can find all of these reviews of women who have taken my courses and have achieved the promises in my courses. And look, the beauty about it is that you can pre-order this course for $75 rather than $99. And when the course comes out and you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. I'll give you your money back if you don't like it, and you have 30 days to get your money back. But I'm telling you, I guarantee that if you do exactly what the score says, you will find commitment. And above all, you're gonna stop wasting your time with the wrong guys. Because at the end of the day, to find the right guy, it's all about filtering the wrong guys. Eventually, the right guys will filter through if you just apply what the course says. It'll break the negative pattern of being attracted to guys that are not into commitment. I'm telling you, there's a reason why you attract guys who are not committed. It's because there's a pattern and you're not aware of it. And sometimes you need someone like Father Alex to show you these patterns and in order to break it. Like I've seen it many times before. Okay. So just pre-order right now on the description down below. I like to think this is going to be my best course I've ever done in my life. I have that feeling, especially with all the research that I've done, you're gonna get results, guaranteed, or your money back. Anyways, take care.